crew. All right, today we're going to take a look at, in our language sheets, we're going to take a look at the sheet that says shades of meaning. Shades of meaning. It sounds kind of spooky. It's shady. Ooh. Shades of meaning is just some more of that interesting language that we talk about, okay? However, there are sometimes we don't want to use the interesting language. For instance, if I go out to dinner and I take Amy out on a date, hello Amy, let's go on a date. And we sit down at a table and we order our meal and we're just talking nicely and they bring me my food. And am I going to say like we did the other day when we were looking at Champ or the tadpole devouring their food? Probably not. If I'm going out to dinner with Amy and we're having a date night, I'm probably not going to devour my food. It's not, we wouldn't write down a sentence, Mr. Duncan devoured his food on a date with Amy, because it would, I don't think Amy would be too impressed by that. I think she would look at me and she'd say, oh, why are you being so gross? Or, oh, what do you mean? You know, his food's falling. So we might say, Mr. Duncan ate his food. We might use a boring word like ate his food, okay? Just because when you're out with somebody and it's a nice restaurant, you're not going to devour your food. Now, if I were really hungry and I had just done a workout or something like that, I just came home from practice and I opened up the refrigerator and I found some leftover like fruit in the fridge, I might devour that fruit because I'm starving, feed me, right? So shades of meaning doesn't necessarily mean we find the coolest word to use. We need to find the word that's going to make sense in the context of the sentence, meaning what is being talked about in the sentence, okay? So we're going to look at the whole sentences today and see which word works better. So from your book, you should be on the page that says shades of meaning at the top, and it's on page 183. Got it? Okay, make sure your name is at the top. I've been forgetting to tell you that. I really should, because some of you are still forgetting to put your name at the top of stuff, okay? So let's go ahead and read the paragraph. It says, Tina and Larry went on a hike. Oh, that's nice. They stopped at a creek to blank their lunch. Now, they give us two options, eat or gobble. Now, let's read ahead to see what was going on. Tina and Larry went on a hike. They stopped at a creek to blank their lunch. Tina took her boots off. She put her feet in the creek. To me, it sounds like they are just taking a leisurely walk where they're going to stop and check out the stream and put their feet in it. So I don't know if I'm going to use a word like gobble, because gobble would be like that word devour. It's like, they're probably just going to eat their lunch because they're just out on a hike. Just a normal, everyday thing. So I think in that first blank, let's just go ahead and let's write that word eat. And I'm going to write it in cursive. And you should too. So let's do it. Okay? E-A-T. That is a terrible T. I'm going to write it over again, guys. E-A-T. Oh, so much better. Okay, so eat their lunch. Now let's keep going. Tina took her boots off. She put her feet in the creek. This feels good, she said. The water is... Now let's look at the context of the sentence. She puts her feet in the water and she says, this feels good. Now, feels good, is it going to feel freezing or is it going to feel cool? Probably cool. I don't know about you, but this winter there have been a couple of times, in fact, in the past couple of days, I've been walking with tennis shoes and I stepped in the snow and didn't realize there was a puddle below it. And when my foot went in that water, I didn't say this feels good. I went, ah, this is cold. This is freezing, right? And it doesn't feel good when it's freezing. So I'm going to guess that the word that we're probably looking for is the word cool. So we're going to write down, it feels cool. See, make sure those are O's. The side stroke into the L like that. The water is cool. Okay? Again, it just makes more sense in this sentence. All right, let's go to the next paragraph. Look at that blank animal, said Larry. It's the size of a mouse. I think it's a chipmunk. Now, let's think about this. Would the word be tiny or would the word be small? All right, I think I'm hearing a little bit of both. Yeah, I'm hearing both. I'm hearing tiny, I'm hearing small. This one to me is the toughest one on the worksheet because when I think of tiny, I think of something that is itty bitty like this. And when I think of something small, small is more of a relative thing. Like when Ezekiel comes in, he's shorter than I am, but we're about the same size. But if I were to bring in, say, Will, or if I were to bring in, say, somebody like Declan, they would be smaller than me, right? But they're not tiny, they're just small, okay? So when I think of a mouse, I'm gonna think small, because a mouse isn't tiny, it's just small. So for this one, let's go with small. Plus, it gives us an opportunity to write an S. So let's do it. Ready? S, M, A, L, L. Small. So when I think of something tiny, I'm going to be thinking of something like an ant, something like a mosquito or something like that, versus a mouse, which I would just say is small. Okay? All right. Let's go to the next one. It says, it is the size of a mouse. I think it's a chipmunk. He blank a peanut and tossed it to the chipmunk. Now, again, let's look at those two words. He broke a peanut and tossed it to the chipmunk, or he smashed it. Which one would make more sense? Sure, he probably broke it, meaning he probably broke it open or he broke it in half or whatever and gave it to him. If he smashed it, that means he's like pulverized it into just itty bitty little grains or little pieces, and then what's a chipmunk gonna do? It's gonna be like, dude, thanks. I have teeth. I could probably do that for myself, right? So breaking it or breaking it open would probably be better. So let's just go with the word broke. B-R-O-K-E. Okay, so as you finish this sheet, I want you to look at the sentences, think it through, read ahead, read what's leading up to it to see which word makes more sense. Okay? And that's how you do this one. Shades of meaning. Which word makes more sense in the sentence that you are writing and what you're telling somebody else. Okay? All right. Catch you later.